This was the scene last night as a busload of migrants was unloaded outside the vice president's residence just blocks away from our station here in Georgetown.
It's what cities and communities across the country are preparing for as a Trump-era immigration policy nears its end. That policy, Title 42, created to quickly expel migrants at the U.S. Mexico border. It expires at midnight.
Yeah, the border is swarmed right now with people trying to get into the U.S., but will we see the effects here in the DMV? Daniel Hamburg talked with immigration experts. Yeah, Daniel, just last night we saw 4 migrants that dropped off in D.C., and you just got new information on how many buses like that we've seen.
Chris and Tess mean 177 buses. That's how many buses that SAMU First Response has received, helping 7,600 people. Now, though the ending of Title 42 doesn't change much legally, misinformation could mean that we see an influx of migrants to the D.C. area. For the last year, migrants have been flooding into the D.C. area, particularly busloads from Texas sent to the vice president's house.
Immigrants themselves talk to each other, and they are proudly saying, hey, I got treated pretty decently in D.C., you should come. That's all they need to hear.
With Title 42 ending, there's a new surge of people trying to get across the border, though immigration lawyers say not much legally is changing except misinformation.
They think that once Title 42 leaves, that somehow it's going to be easier. It's not.
It makes it a little harder for the U.S. to deport people back to Mexico easily, but attorney Kamal Nawash says it's about enforceability.
There will be more bus stop, but it doesn't mean the fact that Title 42 is ending that they have any more rights.
In D.C., emergency shelters are at capacity, meant for 30-day stays.
Part of the problem is that people are coming into the system and they're not exiting.
Abel Nunez with the Central American Resource Center says the federal government's policy is mismatched with the district's actions.
Because if they would give them work permits and create other mechanisms for them to become in a legal pathway, then they would be better set up to become independent.
In the meantime,
we have a new inflow because of what's happening at the border. That means that the city's going to have to figure out how do they do it.
Now, the process of applying for asylum can take years to get through the court system, which experts say most migrants don't even qualify for. In the newsroom, Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.